Well, I just like blend in for the most part.
We're fucking cold. I mean, especially you. You have like a horrible like tolerance to either heat or cold.
Pretty much. So I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt, a t-shirt, long sleeve shirt, and this jacket. Mm-hmm. And this beanie.
We don't want to talk about this movie. By the way, first off, happy Thanksgiving. I'm assuming it's around the time when this will be uploaded. So ironically, we went to go see a movie called The Hunger Games.
Oh, I did not equate those two. I mostly watched part 1 this morning.
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't remember anything from the first movie. I remember the ending, that's about it.
I just remember that they bombed a hospital, which Katniss was technically partially responsible for, which shot down the plane that crashed into it.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. I don't remember fucking shit from the last movie. I remember like some bit of propaganda. I remember Philip Seymour Hoffman and Julianne Moore a little bit, but
pretty much.
And there's some weird scene with them in a basement and a cat. But that's really about it.
Yeah. The cat makes a glorious return in this one too.
Yeah. So Hunger Games Part 2. Have you been a fan of this series at all?
I thought the first one was decent. Nothing I'd write home about, but it was passable. I really liked the second one because I thought they did a good job of examining like the psychological aspects of everything. Mm-hmm. And then part 1 is just elongated bore of let's make propaganda, let's make propaganda bombing, let's make propaganda.
See, this is the kind of stuff I will admit I have found kind of interesting about this series, and like I wouldn't call myself a fan, but I have by and large enjoyed this series. Yeah. I really like the first 2, mostly because I like the social commentary. I think or satire, whatever you want to call it. More satire than commentary, really. But I really like the satire. I like the over-the-top dress, the suits and the dress, and everyone looks like fucking Who's from Whoville.
Oh god, the crack you made during this one.
And I was like, oh, this is a horrible joke, but I gotta say it. So I'm just gonna say it now because I might as well just rip off the Band-Aid right now. Yeah. There's a scene in the movie where I actually thought this part was clever. Yeah. Where it looks like the rebels are just about to hit the Capitol, at the mansion where Snow is hiding out at. He invites all the refugees to come hide out at the mansion where you'll be safe and treated, which is basically him using them as a human shield. It's like, okay, that's kind of clever. What made me laugh though is we seem like all.
I assumed it was just a means to draw them out. Like, okay, if we bring them in here, they're gonna try to sneak in. Let's take advantage of that.
That could be it too. For I got some more meat shield kind of thing. But
either way, it was a plan.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, that's kind of clever use of media there. But anyway, the crack that I made is there's a scene where you just watch them like all march towards this place and all, but they're still wearing the ridiculous makeup and the hair and the ridiculous clothes and stuff like that. So it's like, oh my god, it's the Trail of Tears for the Who's of Whoville. You know what's the worst part of it? It's kind of historically accurate. They all die.
Oh, we're gonna go to hell. You specifically.
Yeah.
But I'll be close behind.
Gotta be up there like, what the hell were you thinking? Well, it was funny at the time. No fist bump and then we go there.
Yeah.
And then I'll go to hell.
Yeah. Yeah, then it'll ask me, any last words? Worth it!
Don't worry, you're to the first level of hell. Oh, that sounds so bad. No, it's the hottest level because heat rises.
Yeah, you'd know that if you passed your physics.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway. It's a comic strip in case you wonder where that reference came from. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I really like. Problem is like the first half of this movie was I didn't really care about is mostly for 2 large reasons. One is like all the social satire that I liked is pretty much gone. So the parts I found interesting are pretty much non-existent at this point. I'm gonna talk here because it's fucking cold as balls. Well, cold for California, I should say.
Well, you could zip up your jacket more.
That's not gonna make much of a difference.
You'd be surprised.
But I don't want to look like Kenny.
You look like Kenny? I'll look like an assassin.
Terrorists or ninjas?
I'm at Assassin's Creed, you dick.
I was making a South Park joke.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Wait a minute. On that topic, though, sorry, I was kind of laughing just because at one point, was it Gale looked like a freaking assassin from Assassin's Creed?
A little bit, yeah.
I was just like...
Okay, let's talk about Gale, because if you go back to my Mockingjay Part 1 review, you know I do not like Gale at all. I have always found his character completely pointless. For the every scene he's in through the entire series, like from 2 onward, are like, hey, look at me, I'm still in the story, I'm still relevant, pay attention to me, like me, please, give me some purpose. No, Gale. And Liam Hemsworth is not a good actor.
I thought he was fine, but I agree. It's just the character was pointless and completely unnecessary.
It's so unnecessary. It's like you're only there just to add stupid romantic bullshit that doesn't go anywhere anyway. So
yeah, it really annoyed me, the fact that you're basically Bella Swan this and had, between this and the first part, have her flip-flopping between the 2 of them. I was just like, make up your mind! You said you loved him, and then 2 minutes later, you're kissing him. Did you kiss him again? Oh no, you don't. Did you kiss him? Yeah.
I was like, fuck off, Liam Hemsworth. That's I think in the entire time, every scene he's in, it's like, stop trying to justify your existence. We all know you're pointless. The characters even know you're pointless.
Which reminds me, though, I kind of felt like his little thing in the sewer, that was his initiation for the Expendables.
I forgot he was in Expendables too.
And he died pretty quickly.
That's true. Well, yeah, because he was the one that, like, he was, again, 2 days out of retirement syndrome.
Just like a certain commander in this movie.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, the black guy dies first.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I mean, it's kind of what I said about the last part. It's every rebellion movie you've ever seen, and there's really not much new here. There's some kind of interesting stuff with the, like, again, kind of some how these propaganda their advantage.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of found that stuff was a little interesting, but the problem is that's overshadowed very quickly by everything else. All the explosions, all like just the gray muted colors, like
the unnecessary exposition.
And the unnecessary exposition. It's like, I've seen this movie so many goddamn times, and like, I don't need to see it again. There's nothing new here. There's nothing interesting here, and stuff that's, it wouldn't be so bad if the stuff they repeated from other movies was interesting, but it's not. And that's kind of gone, like, I feel like, because God bless Jennifer Lawrence, even if she's in a piece of shit, she still act the shit out of it.
Yeah,
even when she has to act opposed to a cat, she will still act the shit out of that scene.
That cat ruined that moment.
You know?
But damn, did she try.
God, no, like, I give her props, and, like, even the other actors, I'll give credit, were trying their best.
Except Liam Hemsworth. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, he tried. It's like, as I said, he was fine. He was just totally pointless.
He's just completely pointless. And then, like, there was a lot of moments in this movie I just kept going, fucking seriously? And like that, I'm sure you had that a lot too.
Yeah, like, let's go with the first big one in regards to they thought wrongly of a death.
Oh, wait, which one?
Okay, when they thought Katniss... Okay, there's a part where they thought Katniss was dead.
Okay, yeah, because, like, they go and... This is right after the black guy dies.
Yeah.
Because what happens is, because...
The symbiote from Spider-Man gets loose.
Yeah.
And basically, starts filling up this pool. Yeah, black guy got killed because he got blown up randomly by some hidden trap.
Because, like, I guess, like, their big plan... I gotta back up a little bit here to set the scene up, though. Like, the movie kind of starts out where Katniss is sent to District 2, where apparently there's, like, it's basically the big power hold for all the Capitol.
I think she snuck in there, right?
No, that's when she snuck into the Capitol, is when she snuck in. This one she was sent to. Because they wanted her to use more propaganda.
Yeah.
But this is a case where, like, since I completely forgot about what happened in the last movie, I kept going, Who is that? Why are you here? What happened? Who's getting married? What?
It is a Whoville of a different sort.
Very much. It's like,
we can turn this off now. It's actually getting a little stuffy.
But yeah, so where's it going with this? Oh, that's why the lights are brighter, because the engine's on. We were wondering that last time. Anywho, so I just learned something new about my car today. So anyway, they go over there, and turns out, like, the big underground weapons plant is, like, it's underground, it's impossible to get into, so it's like, why don't you just bury it? It's like, okay, good plan. Then it was like, oh no, there's civilians inside, we gotta save them. It's like, oh, we'll just leave this tunnel open, they can go through that way. It's like, okay, that sounds like a win-win. But then, like, Katniss gets in a big heavel, like, we can't do that, that is wrong. Like, why? They're giving them a way out.
No, well, she said that before they recommended the tunnel thing.
No, she said that after, too. Like, when they actually start enacting the plan, she's still giving, like, the holier-than-thou speech to Liam Hemsworth about how, like, you guys are, like, no better than them, or, like, it's like...
No, now I remember what it was. They were saying about the idea that they felt like they would have had to have killed the people.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one thing that bugged me. I was like, wait a minute. It's like, let me get this straight. In the previous movie, I mean, wasn't Snow making the same comments about how anyone associated with Katniss deserved to be executed? And you were all pissed off about, I can't remember if he was mad about that, but it's like, it was hypocritical. It bugged the hell out of me.
I don't remember.
So yeah, it's like, I will admit, yeah, now I remember, I did not like Gale this movie.
Fuck Gale. Fuck, he's a pointless from beginning to end. He serves no purpose.
Yeah, he serves no purpose, and here he was a lot more confrontational and hypocritical in a way that just didn't make sense.
I mean, say what you will about Twilight, but at least Jacob was entertaining at the very least. In all the wrong ways, of course, but...
I wouldn't know.
I've only watched, like, snippets, and I was like, oh, wow, change the channel. It's kind of like watch it for 5 minutes, go, ah, and then change the channel.
Thankfully, I have one of the few... My girlfriend's one of the few women who absolutely hate that series.
Lucky you.
Yes, I am.
I'm single again, so I don't have to worry about that shit. Hopefully, never will. Thank God the Twilight phase is gone. Thank God. Now we got the now it's Mom's turn with 50 Shades of Grey series.
Oh.
You didn't have to see it. Quit your bitching.
I'm glad she had no interest in that too.
I know.
In fact, she strictly forbade me from watching it.
So that's why I had to bribe Sarah to go see it. It wasn't even exciting porn. It was kind of disappointing.
Yeah, no, that's what I've been told. It's like, yeah, the movie was not accurate, or the book was not accurate in terms of like what BDSM culture was, but at least they apparently did stuff.
Yeah, the movie's kind of like, oh man, I've seen porn better than this. Yeah. I've seen Skinamax porn better than this. I'll take Ghost in a teeny bikini over this any day of the week. At least the Asian woman that one's hot. That's a real one, by the way. You can look that up. Don't ask me why I know that. I had a rough teenage experience.
Moving on!
Whoa, dude, we're just getting started with the Skinamax porn here. That's only the first one. Wait until you see the fifth. It would blow your mind. And somebody else.
Damn, I knew you were going to go there.
I know. Here's the obvious.
It's going to blow your mind and your load.
Ew. I don't want to think about your load like that, Grant. I'm sorry. We're not that close of friends. Anywho, back to Hunger Games. So Katniss blows her load on Snow.
Ew! Ew!
A very different kind of Hunger Games. We just gave the porn industry an idea.
Oh, I don't want to think about that. Ew. What?
Did you just like put on speakerphone by accident? Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2.
Oh no, I just heard it say, match is found.
Oh no. Oh no. Skinamax version of Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. I'm moving right along. Dirty puns. Anyway. Where were we? What? Oh yeah, sorry.
Don't forget its prequel, Catching Semen.
No.
Sorry, we're done. We're done. I don't want to think about Jennifer Lawrence and Donald Sutherland.
Oh, great, now it's in my head too.
Yeah, that's why I was freaking out.
See, my mind purposely blocked that immediately because I have a good, healthy brain. Okay, that's a lie. But anywho, where were we? Oh yes, burying people alive. So after all that happens, Katniss gets shot in the middle of a big epic speech. Because, yeah, of course she would. She's in the middle of the open with people that want to kill her. Duh. But then she decides she wants to go to the Capitol. What's her name? Coin?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Coin says she can't do it. Because, oh, you've earned a break. Just sit back, relax, you're good. But, of course, she sneaks off and goes there anyway. But apparently Snow's big, diabolical plan, which really sounds straight out of a comic book, was, I could send my forces and stuff in there, or I could booby-trap the whole city. All I need is, like, fucking Riddler signs all over the place.
Yeah. Oh, and this reminded me of an issue that I had with part 1, too.
Which one?
So it's like, you know, the whole thing where they basically let the people get rescued so they could...
Oh, the PETA thing, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like... Yeah, in retrospect, why didn't you at least put a tracking device on him just in case?
fuck, that would have made a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's like, I know you're going to rescue him, but I'm going to assume that you're going to be alone with him and he'll try to kill you then.
It's like kind of the same.
Yeah.
It's,
And then,
it's a Dr. Evil thing. But no, I'm not actually going to witness her dying. I'm just going to summon over to Bloodlot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of times like that too, where I was kind of like, I felt like somebody had to go, I have a gun in my room. Give me 5 minutes. I'll get it. We'll come back here. Boom! I'll blow our brains out.
Instead, we had elaborate death traps from many a movie.
Yeah.
My favorite one being from Ants.
Oh yeah, the little death race.
We'll get to that later. So yeah, anyways, you were saying.
But yeah, so then she goes in there, of course, black guy dies. And meanwhile, they have this hollow map that has like bips of where all the traps are. So that way they can try to avoid it as best they can. But of course they missed one, that's how black guy dies.
Oh, they missed 2.
Oh yeah, they missed 2. Wait, which one is? Oh, the tar pit?
Yeah.
Okay,
As I said, the Venom symbiote.
Well, to be fair, at that point they weren't looking at the hollow map, so that's kind of why I atoned that too.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not blaming them on that one.
Like, it just kind of made me laugh. It's kind of like 2012, where like it only, like the traps were only slowly lethal whenever it's convenient for the plot. But before they got to that point, everything was like insta-death. Boom! Like the first one they run to is like just torches coming from both sides.
And it just blows up a truck.
Just blows up a truck. It's like, if they walked in that, insta-death. And then you go to the next one. 2 machine guns just...
Like it just destroyed a pillar behind it. Like, we were both kind of laughing at that.
Yeah, so it's like insta-death. The minute they need to survive, though, slow-moving hot oil will do the trick. I'm sure they'll be fine.
Which, I will admit, actually was a pretty cool death when I caught that one guy.
Oh, yeah, because then it's like...
He just got, like...
Just fucking trapezed up there.
Yeah, just, like, crystallized. It was like, whoa!
I know, I think you and I are both kind of expecting the wires to pull a little bit, so like the whole thing was like split open. It was like, oh, that's how you can get away with that with the PG-13.
Yeah.
You cover the body and tar first. Okay. Good to know. Don't know how I'm going to use that, but good to know.
And also she's also with a bunch of other two-dimensional people who don't even get last names.
Yeah.
That bugged the crap out of me.
That didn't bug me. It was like, I kind of expect that from the series.
I was like, wait. So let me get this straight. You're gonna give these of course you're gonna have the main characters' names, but you're not even gonna try and give them a little bit of development, but at least give them a last name.
Oh, that was just an alias, dude. We all know he's Foggy Nelson. It's just a really, really late sequel to Daredevil.
How the guy didn't get more development than the rest of that squad.
Right. You know, I looked at it. He has this backpack. I swear, like when he's on the ground, he looks like an armadillo.
You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of Garrus's suit.
Who?
Garrus from Mass Effect.
Oh, yeah, it does kind of have that same.
Yeah,
okay.
like it had the same like pill thing on the back. I was just like, huh.
But anywho, so that leads us to the first dumb fucking really moment. Oh, that was the second one for me. I think it was the third one by the time I got to it. We got to that part. With the second one, I can't remember what the first one was, but the second one was right before Black Guy dies. He hands over command of the hollow map thing over to Katniss. Like, okay, fine. But when the second command asks for it later, and she goes, no, it's like, because he put me in charge of that. I want to hold on to it. And it's like, okay. I feel like anyone else would have said, fine, whatever, just lead the way. But the second command makes this big thing like, no, give it to me. No!
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, fucking really?
You know, I don't fully blame her on that one. Usually, it's like that one, it's like, okay, second command, she wants to stay in charge. Rightfully should be, but...
But pointing a gun at her seems a little bit of an extreme response.
It's basically viewed as insubordination, in which case, or even treasonous activities, in which case, yeah, it's... I wouldn't agree with it, but at the same time, I understand it.
I don't know, it bugs me personally. I just kind of expect her to keep going. You think I'm fucking around here? My other one here gives a shit about the rules! Market zero! Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, though, it was just typical. Like, I've seen that, it's something that's been done in every other movie.
Yeah. I mean, I know it was I know it bugged me in the first half of this, because the first 20 minutes of this movie, just people bitching at each other constantly for 20 straight minutes.
I also love how Jennifer Lawrence's voice magically reappeared despite the fact that there was swelling after she got strangleholded.
Well, they did kind of imply some length of time pass between scenes.
No, because remember, I assume there's in the middle of the things by the way, they're sent to PETA, so it may sound like she was going in right afterwards.
No, because they showed the bruises slowly fading away as time went on, so I just kind of assumed that's how they showed the time was passing. So,
okay, fair enough.
Yeah, so that one didn't bug me at all. But the part that bugged both of us kind of is Naturally, after the tar pit goes back down, they know people are coming after them, so they go out of that building into the one across the street. For some reason, the patrol people didn't think of this epic plan and their brilliant strategical advantage, and assumed that the building that they thought she was in, that means she's dead. Like, well,
and this was...
and they just, everyone just assumed she's dead.
And when you think about it, they had cameras that found the...
Yeah, I know, I was thinking the same thing.
Then why wouldn't the cameras see them all?
Because they have cameras that saw the building go explode. It's like, why couldn't they
Well, I
see
assumed that was from the military, I assumed.
Oh, well, actually.
But even then, there was video footage of them elsewhere.
Well, actually, they explained that in the throwaway line. They said that, the tar covered up, like, the other cameras that would have filmed earlier. So,
oh, never mind.
That one they actually covered their tracks on.
Yeah. But still, they should have searched around.
And a little bit like, work's done here, boys. Should we check for bodies? Nope, pretty sure he did. But I think, nope. In this redneck patrol leader I've created. Sorry, it wouldn't be great if there actually was a character that just talked like that as the commander for the enemy. That'd be fucking great. Nope, said dead over here. We gotta go back now. But sir, I think, nope, we gotta go now. I am writing that character.
Okay, so anyway...
Oh, they've closed down the wall.
Jesus Christ, it got dark!
Yeah.
Anyway, so after they go do that whole thing, yeah, Snow goes first, like, so yeah, or they have a whole news press, is like, look, Katniss is dead. I mean, granted, just 2 guns were firing out of that wall that we completely nuked, but we're pretty sure she was in it, so gone!
Yeah.
And then Snow had a little press release, and he was like, why would you think she's dead? I haven't seen any proof. It's like, maybe it's just part of his propaganda scheme. Oh, no, he didn't find it. No, he believed it. Which made no sense, because because he killed someone earlier for saying, when Katniss got shot, he's like, yep, she's dead, but how do you know? Last time, she has some mysterious ways of coming back to life.
Yeah.
And just to make sure this shit doesn't happen, I'm gonna kill you.
Well, she is Mystique.
But it's like, okay, so you basically just ignored your own device.
Well, yeah, he is the bad guy. Of course he can do no wrong. But yeah, and after that, it's a pretty run-of-the-mill young adult action movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really, a lot of these scenes are exactly the same as Maze Runner.
Yeah, although I will admit, the carnage in the sewer was actually pretty good when they had the thingamajiggies.
I probably would have been fine with that if I didn't just see that almost exact same scene in Maze Runner 2 earlier this year.
Yeah. Fact is, I knew it was coming. Well, we all knew it was coming, but...
I was kind of like, oh man, this is like, is there some clause in like every young adult dystopia movie that there has to be some form of zombies at some point?
Kind of reminded me of that demon that was messing around with Bruce Campbell, or messing around
a
with
little bit.
Yeah. Without the little horn things.
Yeah, I was more thinking, I've been playing a lot of Fallout 4 lately, so I was like, I feel like I just played this level. Kind of what it felt like.
And while...
I won't give credit, Aquaman kicked ass.
What?
Aquaman? The guy with the little pointy stick?
Yeah, Finnick.
I'm calling him Aquaman.
Yeah. We're gonna hate to break to you, but he dies.
Yeah, no, big
And it's like, he was the only person I really cared about. I was like, oh god! I actually felt something! Because he does go out like a badass for the most part.
Oh yeah, like I said, he just becomes Aquaman for a few minutes. It's pretty cool.
He takes his famed harpoon staff from the Catching Fire, and is beating the living hell out of these things, basically just saving everyone.
The funny part is, like, I was watching the zombies attack, and I was like, none of them are actually really doing much harm up to this point. They act like they are, but they're not really doing much. It reminded me of, I don't think you watch Adventure Time, but there was one episode called The Hugging Wolf, and there's a part where,
I've not seen it.
But it was like a werewolf that hugs people instead of bites people. But anyway, there's a part where like he starts hugging Finn, and he just goes like, "Is he hurting you?" And he goes, "No, he's kind of hugging me gently." It's kind of what I was thinking. One of those it's like, "Is he hurting you?" No, they're just kind of hugging me very aggressively. Okay, all good.
Yep. But yeah, it was kind of funny though, because like this also where they like the whole bit right here and what follows, where they basically eliminate the bulk of everyone in the military squad. So they eliminate the second in command. Don't give 2 shits about. They killed the guy who like looked through the tunnels before. Also didn't give 2 shits about. After all, his character development was, my brother used to work down here. I kind of know Foggy.
I already forgot who that was.
I don't even know what his name is.
Yeah, we already forgot. I know.
I don't even remember what Foggy's name was.
It was like, start with a P. It's like Punix or something like that.
No, that...
Peanuts. Rocky and Peanut. Rocky and Bullwinkle. Either way, we both kind of thought Foggy was gonna die in this movie,
and I'm kind of glad he didn't.
Yeah,
I was like, not Foggy, not Foggy, not because of this movie, but because he's Foggy. Damn it!
Well, you didn't even realize it was Foggy until I pointed it out.
Yeah,
and you didn't believe me at first.
Yeah, then I was like, oh, that's.
So I was kind of like,
yeah. Well, I didn't. Yeah, it's not necessarily. I just didn't. Yeah. At least I didn't have to look it up to confirm it.
I did. Well, I did. I only looked it up after you said it wasn't.
Yeah.
So.
But at least I confirmed it with a second look without having to look it up.
Mm-hmm. Sure you did. I got you. Anyway, but yeah, after that it's just very predictable at that point. Yeah. Like, of course, like they get to the Capitol. Well, I'll admit I didn't see all the Trail of Tears, Whoville's citizens blowing up, but
I'm not gonna lie, I got that vibe. I was just like,
yeah, as soon as like they released like what's supposed to be like the gifts in the Hunger Games, like, oh, those are bombs. Soon enough.
Yeah, and even then I was like, this isn't the Capitol, is it? Because that makes no sense.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I was like, yep, called it. Basically, Coin
engineered this whole thing so no one would be for snow anymore.
Yeah.
And then of course Coin, who at this point looks so much like a Bond villain that she really couldn't look any more like one if she tried. I just saw this, like, last week with James Bond. Like, she looks just like a female version of Blofeld.
Oh, so it was Blofeld.
Oh, you knew... Everyone knew that. Come on.
No, I know. It's like...
Everyone knew that. They weren't really keeping it... They weren't even trying to keep it a secret.
Oh, no, they were. They were saying... They were, but it's like, even it's like, no, it's a Khan situation.
I mean, it's like... I mean, it was more... It was less obvious that Khan was in Star Trek 2.
Which is pretty damn obvious.
Yeah, I know, exactly. That's my point. Like, no one had to, like, oh, it's obviously fucking Blofeld. The only thing that could ways it could not be Blofeld is if it's like a switcheroo and it turns out fucking Moriarty's Blofeld. Thank Christ they didn't go for that route.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hello, Mr. Bond. I'm Blofeld.
Why are you doing this? That's what people do! Anyway.
But,
that's my impression of Sherlock Moriarty. I'm gonna get all the Sherlock fans mad at me now.
Yeah, also forgot to mention, though, like, after they got out of the, thing and Finnick was horribly maimed / blown up.
Yeah.
As a mercy killing, they go into a room where they are basically attacked by incinerators.
Yeah.
Blades that came out of a basically destructing floor whilst people were shooting at them. I was like, okay, tone it down just a little bit.
If you really want somebody dead, you could just blow up the whole area, but, yeah, that'd be too easy.
Yeah. That was the other thing about me, is like when they did the whole evacuation thing to bring everyone to the mansion, why didn't they just bomb the place?
The mansion?
No, everywhere else that was being evacuated.
Well, probably because they're trying to... Maybe they actually did legitimately want to save some people, so...
Yeah, but if people were evacuated, what could they do? Blow up the place to lessen the odds of Katniss surviving.
I don't know about that, but I don't...
Yeah.
At that point, they probably out of resources. After that, they kind of blow everything up to that point.
Fair enough. But then, yeah, after that, as you said, we get to Whoville Trail of Tears.
Whoville Trail of Tears, shit goes wrong, Snow is captured, and Coin is put in charge.
Yeah. But also, I did have one other issue with that.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
So, basically, you know, they're trying to remain undercover.
Yeah.
And right before they get exposed...
Yeah.
The rebels attack and start blowing stuff up, leaving their cover, you know, relatively covered.
Mm-hmm.
So, what does Gale do?
Grabs a gun.
Yeah, grabs a gun and takes his hood off and starts shooting things instead of using the opportunity to get in there and stealthily take out Snow.
Just like, you will still take me seriously! Boom, 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 boom.
And I was kind of laughing, just like, he's like,
shoot me!
Yeah!
Shoot me, please! I am so sick of this character.
Yeah, it's like, Katniss! Shoot me! Shoot me!
Katniss?
Yeah.
No! Shoot me! What are you doing? No, bad girl. No.
The way he says, like, he sounds like inconvenience. It's like, hey, shoot me!
Because he's getting dragged away by guards, so she's yelling like as a mercy kill kind of thing.
Yeah, because he gave.
At the same point, no point the guards go, who should shoot him? Oh, yeah. There she is.
Yeah, and the reason he was at is because he gave his poison pill to PETA.
Yeah.
everyone had poison pills.
who they dragged with them for fucking some reason. They gave some very loosely defined reason why this is a good idea, but it's fucking obviously a bad idea.
Yeah, it's like, we can show him he's on our side, that he converted. Because he was, basically the plaything of the people in the previous movie.
And this one, he's kind of brainwashed, so he just very randomly decides, I'm gonna kill Katniss now. Stab, stab, stab. Oh, I missed. And then, well, I'll get you next time. And then moping for like a fucking 30 straight minutes about how, I could have killed you. Yeah. Killing time, stab, stab, stab.
Oh no, he never did that. He actually only tried it once.
True, I don't know, it's the same, I don't know, it's a lot of padding, a lot of moping, a lot of bitching. It's like, fucking get over yourself. Yeah. I don't know, there's a lot of that, and there's more endings than fucking Lord of the Rings. But before that, we do gotta talk about Blofeld. I'm just gonna call her Blofeld. she fucking is. Like, right at the bat, as soon as she takes over, she even starts talking like Christoph Waltz a little bit. Like, I have taken the burden of presidency. And it's as evil as she could possibly be, and then goes, I propose, instead of doing all these ghastly executions that will never satisfy the bloodshed, I propose another Hunger Games. And you think everyone's obvious answer would be, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah, and it's like, I love when people's like, you're serious? You want to do that again?
And then they still vote for it, yeah? Like, it was like, that's like saying, we just freed people from the Holocaust. We need to try that experiment again. I think Hitler just got it wrong the first time.
In all fairness, we technically did do a lighter version of that. They were internment camps.
Yeah, well, yeah. That is like the one mark in American history we don't like to talk about very much, although it is one we should talk about more often, but I digress.
I mean, that being said, though, I understood the point of the whole thing was the idea of saying, just like how the whole hate begets hate thing in like a lot of these war-torn areas.
But at the same time, I was like, that makes no fucking sense. And you know fucking well it makes no fucking sense.
Yeah.
So I was like, even like I feel like every citizen of the area would be like, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah. We want to be free of the Hunger Games and you're starting it back up?
I know, it's like, that makes no sense. That's fucking moronic. Yeah. So obviously the Katniss agrees, but only on the condition that she gets to kill Snow personally.
So she and was it Hatham?
Yeah, I'm calling him Woody.
Yeah. Basically, they were the swing votes that made everything possible.
Yeah, but of course, Katniss shoots Coin instead. After that point, she literally is standing there, arms outstretched, like hey, my target is here.
It's like, let your aim be true and aim at the heart of Snow. I was like, I was just laughing at the oh, this is so not subtle.
I know, like at that point, it's so fucking obvious. Like, we all know what's gonna fucking happen. Get her with.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, okay, shoots Coin, she's dead, and then they say, you made the right call, get the hell out of here before anyone sees you. Okay, fair enough. Did this movie stop there? No. Then we get an epilogue scene with her and a fucking cat. Movie ends there? No. Then we get another epilogue scene with her and PETA. Okay, is the movie over then?
No. They have another epilogue with PETA and children, including what I think was a CGI baby over a green screen at one point.
Well, at least it wasn't like American Sniper with the Cabbage Patch Kid. Maybe that's what PETA was planning.
Look, PETA, he has your pale plastic skin.
Oh. I got nothing for that. All right. I mean, it's not I mean, I know we've spent the entire review.
But we need to talk about what happened with the cat.
Do we really need to? I don't know. I feel like you got way more jollies out of that than I did.
It was just... Oh, even other people in the audience were laughing at this point.
You were clearly the most vehement about it.
Because basically, it's like, when she sees the cat, it's supposed to be like this emotional scene because, unfortunately, during the bombing, her sister, who was a medic, got killed. Mm-hmm. Her sister, who we, just didn't really care about.
Yeah, like, had like 5 scenes. Like, oh no, she was nice in that scene she was in, where she... obsessed about a cat in a bunker.
Which was my main issue with these movies in general. Is like, they gave you so many characters and there was really barely anyone to give 2 shits about.
Yeah, I mean, that's more or less, except for like, I mean, Jennifer Lawrence is always dependable.
Yeah. And I mean, that's what I liked about the second movie is like, you actually cared more about these characters. Mm-hmm. I cared about Finnick. I cared about that old woman. I cared about CIA guy from Casino Royale.
Oh yeah. I forgot he was in that.
Oh, hey, we just made another Bond connection.
I know, right?
Yeah, because he was in this one too.
Anyway, let's get on with the cat.
Anyway, so basically it's like she's in her house all alone. She hears like a noise. She walks in, just sees a cat just meow. And she's like, and she's getting like, leave. My sister's not here anymore. Leave. And the cat's just like,
no, the cat's like, I can't handle your shit, lady. I don't know what you're doing.
No, he's just like, I don't. Okay. And then she just like starts screaming and throwing things at the cat, and the cat's just like,
the cat's kind of more like,
meow.
Like, the fuck are you on, lady? Are you gonna feed me or not?
And it's like, this cat kind of ruined the entire scene. It gave no shits. It was just funny seeing, Jennifer Lawrence trying her damnedest, and then this cat just completely uproots it.
Like, I am not like, someone's like a Frenchman, I am not amused by your petty squabbling, Jennifer Lawrence. Now, can you feed me my catnip, please? I expect it now.
What was
I await angry comments from you, Frenchmen.
If they didn't get mad at us about Petit Pierre, then I think we're good.
Did we make a joke about that?
Well, we very accentuate the fact that he was a very overzealous Frenchman.
Oh, fair enough. No, actually, to be completely honest, if like any group of people really has my complete and utmost respect right now, it's the French.
Yeah.
Which is a phrase, as an American of all things, I never thought I would ever say. That's like saying I want to be Canadian. You just don't hear it very often. But
in all fairness, Canada's pretty awesome.
I think I'd get healthcare.
But even the homeless are so pleasant over there. Seriously, I got a guy asked me money. I was like, I couldn't help but give it to him. And I was like, I'm a tourist. I don't have that much, but hey, sure.
It's like that thing where I want homeless person in Monterey that had a sign that says, I want beer. Why lie? Yeah. That was just, I was like, awesome. Fuck yeah, here's $1. Any other countries we can offend while we're up here? Let's talk about Germans. Oh, we already did. Yeah. So, German, France. We haven't talked Italy yet. Anything? I don't really know any Italian. Oh, I guess I do. I just don't feel like they apply. Oh, we could talk about burnt bread. No, we don't need to.
Oh, yeah, that. Okay.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. I'm just making dumb jokes at this point.
It'd save me a lot of trouble if I gave that bread to the pig.
It's like what was it? One commenter said that I was like, I'm usually kind of a balls to the walls, make everyone bleed kind of joking commenter on the show. Yeah. Right after what was it? Anyone call me like angry, cynical fanboy or something like that. Whatever it was. I would add narcissistic onto that tagline too, by the way. But yeah, I mean, we kind of covered the whole movie. Is there anything else to really say about the movie itself? Nope. It's just generic. It's meh. It's just a meh movie. It tries certain things, but just it gets so lost in this stretched out story. Mm-hmm. Seriously, if part 1 and part 2 combined to like 1 3-hour movie, I think it would be fine. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm pretty much with you. I don't know. It just kind of exists. It's like a movie I'm gonna forget mostly about by this time next year. Yeah. Kind of like I did with this movie. It's like I think this movie the first movie came out almost a year ago, and I don't remember anything about it at all. Yeah. I think it came back out in November. Yeah, so about around this time. Yeah, it was a year. So yeah, and I don't remember shit about that one either. So, you want to talk about trailers? Sure. I kind of walked in on the trailer for, what was it, Allegiance, or it was like the third. Yeah, that was the first trailer that we had. I don't really care about the movie. It's like, well, since we didn't see the first two, we didn't review them, so I've seen them. Oh, really? No, those are the ones we kind of conveniently missed both times. So I was like, I have no obligation to see the third one. Yep. But this one, just from a strictly B-movie standard, I kind of want to see it, is Gods of Egypt. It's like, come to think of it, we haven't really gotten a good B-movie about the Egyptian gods. So, yeah, we got, shit. The Kingslayer versus Leonidas. Yeah. Which is actually very appropriate. Now I think about it. Actually, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I mean, it looks dumb as shit, but it's like, it's probably better than Clash of the Titans. Yeah, probably. So it's like, I'll go see it. If I like the last Witch Hunter, I'll probably like this one too. looks kind of the same vein as stupid CGI nonsense bullshit.
Yep.
But if the actors know they're in a bad movie, they might have fun with it. It's kind of what Vin Diesel did for a lot of his movies.
Yeah.
And then we got a trailer for The Forest. Oh, that's another Game of Thrones person.
Yeah. Oh, that's the other thing about that surprised me. Like, there were a lot of TV people in the trailers and this movie. There were 2 Game of Thrones people in Mockingjay.
Well, like, a lot of the Game of Thrones cast, I've noticed, are kind of branching out into young adult movies. Like, we had Littlefinger and Maze Runner 2 earlier this year.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, we had Marjorie Tyrell and Brienne of Tarth in Mockingjay.
For, like, a minute.
Yeah, but still, it's just like, okay, then we had Marjorie in The Forest.
Yeah.
And yeah, as you said, Jaime Lannister in Gods of Egypt.
Yeah. But as for the movie itself, I don't know, it looks kind of like your generic horror affair. I mean, there was that weird scene with the,
I was laughing because I just played the newest Fatal Frame, and that is exactly what this thing is centered around.
That's what you were laughing about. Yeah. I was looking at you like, what the fuck is so funny?
And so it's just like, oh my god, they're trying to do white people version of Fatal Frame 5 with a U viewer. Oh, God.
I guess that's really funny if you play Fatal Frame 5.
It is, because you're supposed to attack ghosts with a camera.
Well, yeah, I know how the game works, but it was it wasn't even a camera. It was like one of those little flippy thingies.
No, it was an actual like old-fashioned camera that you're supposed to kill with.
Really? Because I thought it was one of those kaleidoscope things you played when you were a kid.
No, in the movie it was, but in the game it was like one of those old cameras.
Yeah, I'm talking about the movie.
Yeah, a U viewer.
Yeah. Whatever it is. It's like 11 o'clock at night here. Everyone's fucking leaving.
Everyone except us. We're freezing this. Well, not really freezing.
We're okay. We're comfortable.
Yeah. Our constant talking has kept us warm.
Yeah, like all the windows are fogged up and shit. I know, like I haven't even dinner yet. Man, I'm hungry.
I had a hot dog.
Yeah,
that was it.
Let's get through this so I can eat.
Yeah.
Then you got The Boy. Were you hearing the Goosebumps puppet voice in your head too, or is it just me?
I didn't hear the voice, but I was thinking of it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that one had Maggie from Walking Dead.
Yep. That trailer I've gotten before. This one's a slightly different trailer, but I've gotten that trailer before.
That's the first time I've seen anything from it.
I don't know. It looks like generic horror fare.
Yeah.
I like the person who plays Maggie.
Yep.
She's a good actress, and she's hot, so... So basically, check on horror checklist right there. Actually, you only need one of those check. Hot. That's really all you need for some of these movies. You don't need to act. You don't even need to speak English. Just do your lines. Then we got the same trailer for Joy we got last time. So
yeah.
And then we got, my favorite movie coming out, I'm assuming next year, Point Break. Yes, I want to go see this train wreck.
I'm gonna stay away.
Dude, it's gonna be great.
Like, aside from that one line, just everything else looks so boring.
It just looks like, hey, let's take this movie that really didn't take itself all that seriously and make it this absurdly Christopher Nolan-esque reboot that does not need to exist and makes no fucking sense. It's like, dude, your main characters' names are Utah and Bodhi. Stop taking this so seriously. That's like making Beavis and Butthead into a drama.
Sorry.
But Butthead, you killed my wife. It was an accident, Beavis. Me.
Yeah. I was like, you killed my wife. Settle down, Beavis.
That's more appropriate. Then again, I am the same guy who made a very dramatic end to the Alvin and the Chipmunks trilogy.
Yes. Oh, that would be such... I'm basically imagining that would be like,
if I directed Alvin and the Chipmunks, that's how it ended.
Like, there was a joke thing that someone made. It was like, the alternate ending for that Yogi Bear movie. Oh, yeah. Where basically it's like the assassination of Jesse James and the coward Robert Ford. Basically, Yogi walks in, he sees like this trophy thing with his name on it, and Boo Boo shoots him. Oh. And they put his head on the trophy.
Oh. I'm sorry, Yogi, but you can't go any further now. What a boo-boo? What are you doing with that gun? Put it down. Think of the rabbits, Yogi. Tell me about the rabbits. Fuck, this would actually work really well. Like what's the book called? Of Mice and Men with Yogi and Boo Boo. I just want to pet the rabbits, Boo Boo. I know you did, Yogi. I know you did. If there's an animator out there who's watching this right now, please make this.
We'll call it Of Birds and Bears.
Fuck yeah! I have some animator friends, man. I can make some phone calls. They probably never do it.
What movie were we just talking about?
Point Break.
All right.
So then we got Zoolander 2. I don't like Zoolander. I don't.
I'm on a wait and see.
It's like I didn't like the first Zoolander. Granted, me, I haven't seen it all the way through, but I mean, so maybe I'll give it another shot before the movie actually comes out.
Yeah.
But it's not my kind of comedy. It's really not, and it just Ben Stiller can be good when he's trying, but there's a reason this shtick ran out. You know.
He still does better than Sandler does.
At least he's trying. But I mean, I'll give Ben Stiller credit. At least he's playing a character. Not, I'm just gonna do a silly voice for an hour and 45 minutes. No account of comedy. Fuck you, Sandler. I actually got an email the other day asking me if Sandler's my least favorite actor. Like, probably. You know, like
more than Will Ferrell.
Like I said, he's up. I don't know if I would say he's number one, but he's definitely up there.
Actually, Will Ferrell, I think you forgave because he at least did Stranger Than Fiction.
At least, I mean, Will Ferrell's done a couple. I didn't see Stranger Than Fiction, but I saw a Lego movie. I thought I was good in that.
Which one?
Lego movie.
Oh yeah, right.
I thought I was good in that. I don't know. It's one of those things.
It's like Sandler. He's like one legitimately good movie that I can think of was Punch Drunk Love.
Yeah, I like that movie. That was good. I remember he did that one movie with the Mexican maid.
Spanglish?
Spanglish. I remember seeing that was a kid. I thought that was okay. But,
yeah. Is there even anything? So, yeah,
that was the last one. So you got anything else? Final words?
Nope. Generic movie.
Yeah. Well, we had fun riffing it. So, yeah, thank you for watching. So, what do we got? We still got Drag Summon to go see the night before. We are supposed to see it yesterday, but Karina had to head out of town earlier than she thought. So, that didn't happen, so I got to drag someone to go see that probably this weekend. And then next week we got some good movies. We got The Good Dinosaur. We got Creed.
I am so excited for Creed.
And then there's like one other one coming out. Do you know what it is?
Let me double check. I just remembered it wasn't that good.
Oh, well, probably our stinker of the week.
Oh yes, that movie was ring-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding.
I don't think I ever heard of that one. Victor Frankenstein.
Oh God!
I don't know if it's anything like Dracula Untold. I might enjoy myself.
Yeah.
So that would be the big movie.
Oh, The Danish Girl. The one with.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know if that's playing in any theater around us though.
Right.
Because they say that's when it's released, but it doesn't usually come out until come to San Jose until a few weeks after.
It's kind of weird though. It's like I looked at it, it's like what Eddie Redmayne kind of looks like Felicia Day.
A little bit. Not too much. I think that's all we got, guys. I think we were talking like 45 minutes to an hour, so we gotta wrap this up. Yeah, a little bit. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Tune in later and have a happy Thanksgiving. Bye.
Stay up.